So I'm 36. I've been dating a girl for the past 4 years. I was getting ready to pop the question, and something big happened. I found out she was cheating on me. She said she was really sorry and that it was a mistake, that she loves me and that it's never gonna happen again. Any advice?
But what I'll say to you is, in my experience, watching my clients, this is either the beginning of the end or it's the end of the beginning.
Like he said, this could be a mistake, but how? So if we hit a rough spot, you're gonna go fix it outside the relationship. Yeah, man, I'll get another chick. Yeah.
Your girl cheated on you and she is just fucking fine. She's not thinking about you no more. When your mom's like, yo, you're a special snowflake, she didn't appreciate you. No, she appreciated you just fine. You were not satisfying what she wanted, so she found some other motherfucker. Ready? Look in the camera. There is no karma. There is no destiny. There is no fate. There is actuality, probability, and plausibility, and everything else is just lazy math. So now you need to go to the gym. Now you need to make the 7-figure business. Now you need to work on yourself. Don't worry about hurting her or hating on her. Don't worry about tearing down somebody else's building. You need to build a bigger building.
Before we get on with this video, I want you to know that women are manipulative and will do anything they can to ruin you. I watched a clip where a toxic woman framed her ex-boyfriend just because he dumped her for cheating on him. Now today, we're going to be talking about Luke's marriage. Here goes. Hey guys, Luke here. My wife and I have been married for 15 years. Now my wife and I are proud parents of a son. To spend quality time together as a father and son, my son and I went on a 2-day camping trip this past weekend. My wife, who used to enjoy camping with our son and me, has recently grown to dislike the activity. It's a huge interest of mine. I'd love to teach my son about it. She was strangely cooperative about the whole thing, but she still insisted she wouldn't join us. Usually, we argue a lot about my trips, especially if I request to bring our child. I was taken aback, but I didn't ask any questions because I didn't want her to change her mind now that she was finally letting us go. I thought we had settled our differences and the arguments were over. We got back on Monday after a wonderful trip. My wife was supposed to be at work for a few more hours, so we anticipated coming home to an empty house. The kid was exhausted and ready for a nap, so I carried him up to his room. After that, I came into our bedroom and discovered a man lying in my bed. My wife and I have met him many times at various work events, and I immediately recognized him as a co-worker of hers. My initial reaction was one of disbelief, and I even questioned whether or not I was in the right house. When my wife emerged from the bathroom, I knew there was no longer any room for doubt. When she first saw me, she froze in fear. Never before have I been this infuriated. I told the guy to leave so I could talk to my wife, and he did. He hurriedly packed his belongings and fled. After that, an argument ensued. We tried to keep things amicable in our home because of our young child. But I was so angry and hurt that I yelled at my wife. Then she goes on the defensive, saying that it's not her fault that I'm never home and prefer to spend my time outdoors, even though I've cut down significantly on my camping and hiking trips since she expressed her dislike for such activities. And she blames your neglect of this family for her actions, saying, "That's what drove me to do this." By this time, I was sobbing my eyes out. I can't fathom how her infidelity could possibly be my fault. I felt terrible for yelling when I turned around and saw my son standing in the doorway. I tried to comfort him quickly, but his mother yelled at me to stop touching him. She has stopped talking to me and won't let me see my kid unless I apologize. Apologize for what? Ultimately, she permitted us to take this vacation. I can't believe she planned to cheat on me. Because of this, I have to wonder if this is her first time doing something like this. For the time being, I have to live with my parents. I'm at a loss. I need to see my son. I'm sorry if I scared my kid, and I would certainly apologize to him, but not to my wife. Luke, really, none of this is your fault. Men, take note. This behavior is typical of the female gender. They cheat on you and manipulate the whole situation to make it seem like it's your fault. Clearly, you've been on a camping trip. So, being a good father means exposing your son to new things and sharing your interests with him. She's just looking for an excuse to cheat on you, Luke. She destroyed the marriage. She wants you to continue your actions because she can use them against you in court to take everything you own. My advice is that you return home right away. Do not force her to stay, but if she does feel uneasy, lead her to the exit. This is your house, and he is your son. The crocodile tears will come out when she needs them, so you need to figure out how to keep your son in your life and prevent her from getting what she doesn't deserve as soon as possible. As soon as you re-enter your home, start recording with a camera. Since she won't be prepared for this, she won't be able to contain her honesty. To prevent her from lying to you later, you'll need her to admit certain facts. In her pursuit of sole custody, she will stop at nothing to prevent you from seeing your child. That's the type of person she is for sure. You'll need references from people she considers allies and proof of your demeanor in her presence. You should get along well with them, since their initial reaction will be to back their friend in her fight against the man she told them is abusive. She'll do this for sure. Keep in mind that while you're at your parents' house, she's out there playing the victim card and telling people her version of the story. Guys, what's your advice for Luke? He'll be reading your comments. That's all for today, guys. If you found value in this video, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button to get more dope content like this every week. Stay safe, brothers.